Morning team. We are going to look at hollow holds today and we're going to touch on arch as well. So a lot of people when they're doing hollow holds, they're not quite sure what to do with their arms. You know, my lower back is arching, what do I do? Other people are like, I can't breathe, it's too hard. There's lots of things that go on with hollow holds, especially when we do them in core class. So what I want to do is just go through our setup and specifically look at different progressions, okay? Why do we do so much hollow hold? Well, in gymnastics, you'll find that the hollow hold goes right the way through every progression of movement. So from our pull-ups right up towards our muscle ups, we're consistently moving through those hollow and arch positions. So what you want to do is nail them on the floor before we start moving up to the equipment. Ideally we should be able to hollow hold for 2 minutes, which is a very tough challenge. So what you guys need to be thinking about is working at your level, okay? So making sure that lower back stays on the ground and that we're building strength in that position and then moving up to that full hollow hold. So we're going to start on the floor down here with our first progression for hollow hold. So what I want you to do is just come into a tight ball. Now I've got my shoulders lifted off the ground, they're not shrugged, they're down and away from my ears. My toes are pointed and I'm tucking my knees in towards my chest. I'm also thinking about getting my ribs down to my belly button and spreading my lower back on the ground. This is progression number 1 for hollow hold. Now if you're fine with this one, you can start to take one leg out and down. Again, I am now here, I'm squeezing my glute, I'm squeezing my legs, I'm pointing my toes, and I'm still tucking my ribs towards my belly button. Second movement is to take that second leg out. Same points of performance, glue those legs together, point the toes. And then I'm going to take my arms up, my biceps are at my ears, and I'm making myself as long as possible whilst maintaining that lower back on the ground. Now some people find that with one leg out, this is too easy for them. So what I want you to do is just to lift those legs a wee bit. As long as we're maintaining that lower back on the ground, it's fine. So in hollow hold, you've got tension throughout the whole body. You're trying to make your lever as long as possible, make your whole body as long as possible. When we're back in those starting positions, the progressions, that lever is shortened by tucking our legs in. But the important thing is to consistently think about that lower back being spread on the ground, that nice pelvic tilt, and making ourselves as long as possible. So shoulders should be up, arms up, and we're thinking about getting our bicep at our ear, okay? Some people have got really good shoulder mobility will find that their arms are past their ears. That's great, but I haven't got that. So that's your hollow hold and your different progressions. Great ways to train that is Tabata, so 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 8 times Tabata hollow hold. That is a great core exercise for you to work on. The second part we want to look at is we concentrate quite a lot on the hollow position, not so much on the arch. But the arch position, we're lying on the ground. We want to have a really strong squeeze of the glutes, glue those legs together, point those toes, arms up, and make yourself as long as possible. Okay, so that's your arch position. Again, you can do that Tabata style. That's a great movement, or you can switch between hollow hold and arch. The one thing I would say, people forget to breathe through both of those positions. So make sure when you're thinking about breath, you can't take, big long breaths in that. Neither should you be holding your breath, because you're just making it harder. So one thing I was told was, imagine you got those tiny little straws that you get in drinks. So that's how you need to breathe in hollow position, okay? And certainly don't hold your breath. and that's you. So that's the hollow hold. So yeah, go and practice it. Just think about those points of performance, that lower back glued on the ground, those ribs down to belly button, and then creating as much tension throughout your body as possible, making yourself as long as possible. Squeezing those glutes, legs glued together, point the toes. Lots to think about, but it's a great exercise.